dashing, daring, nuclear-powered comedian. I lied about half of that. Decide which ones they are. Actually, that doesn't even divide equally into halves. That would be, it's three things. Cosmically dangerous. Okay. Dan Fine is coming up on the stage. He's shooting a documentary, so laugh at him.
Thank you, everyone. Save the applause. I'll need it at the end. So, for all you that don't know me out there, I'm from Pittsburgh.
Yeah!
Yeah, anybody been to Pittsburgh recently?
Yeah!
It was recently voted the #1 most livable city in the U.S. I don't really know what they were going off of. It was cholesterol and alcoholics. I'm definitely in full support of that. Pittsburgh's a little like Savannah, though. Down here we have, say, y'all. A lot of people say that. Up there we say yins. It's a short form of you ones. It's a nice convenient little word. People who normally say yins, we call them yinsers. And they talk about very important world issues. How to make fun of Cleveland fans. The latest Donnie Iris album. And of course the legal status of quarterback Ben Roethlisberger. If anyone doesn't know Ben Roethlisberger, I don't know if anybody watches football in here, but he was recently caught up in a rape accusation. It was actually his second rape accusation. He's not guilty though. Come on. Alright, whatever. But Ben Roethlisberger coincidentally has a great name for a sandwich. The Roethlisberger. And a lot of shops in Pittsburgh sell Roethlisbergers. They still sell them, even after his popularity dropped a bit. You just have to eat them on your knees in the bathroom for selling them. Does anyone remember the days when you could tell who the crazy people were? I like to call them the days before Bluetooth. I can never have a Bluetooth. I can handle the looks I got from people on the street as I walked by and they didn't see the Bluetooth and I was just talking to myself. I couldn't do that. It does, you have to give it credit though, it makes it a lot safer to drive while you're talking on the phone. Because sometimes that's important to do. I think I'm going to wait. I'm going to wait to get a Bluetooth until the next generation comes out. They announced this recently. You can talk on the phone, you can drive, you can Twitter, you can take a shit, and it wipes your ass for you. All at the same time. So my living situation's a bit crazy. I'm going to take this off from here. In my apartment, including me, there's 4 people and a dog under one roof. And sometimes, you know, in the hustle and bustle, the dog gets left at home by himself. And yeah, there we go. Thank you. I was waiting. He has some pretty hard times. One time, his water bowl was empty. But he's a pretty smart dog. He watches Animal Planet. He recognizes animals on TV, and he gets really upset when he can't play with them. So I take him to the dog park a lot. He likes that. He socializes, gets exercise. I feel like, well, after a few times going to the dog park, I feel like it's kind of like a nightclub for dogs. You can't get 10 feet through the door without getting humped by something. The next morning, I always have to check them for fleas. You never know what those bitches are carrying. To help Cloudy with that problem, I invested in some doggy condoms. I don't know if you guys have heard about these. Turned out to be a dud, though. I mean, I tried to watch him put it on. He just struggles like hell. Keep those things on. He doesn't have any thumbs, so it makes it a little difficult. Sarah Palin's daughter was recently in a safe sex ad, you know, the one that had a baby during the campaign. Results so far are pretty minimal. I think it's probably because of the slogan they use, drill baby drill. Clorox actually pulled their ads off of Fox News channel. I don't know if you guys heard about this. You gotta think, you're getting pretty out of hand if Clorox thinks you're too white. So I'm a big karaoke fiend, and I know what you're thinking, that's not like him. I hate being on stage in front of people. It's pretty nerve-wracking. The karaoke just makes sense to me. I like doing a lot of songs that nobody expects me to do. You know, I walk up on stage, and I know what you're all thinking. Oh God, here comes another Genesis song. Great. Go listen to this shit. But then the tune for Sexual Healing starts playing. This is true. I get down. I've done it a few times. Unfortunately, with all my practice, I still have yet to get one number out of it, so I'm still waiting. I'm 22 years old. If you guys can do the math, that means I grew up in the 90s, which was a great time. We had a Super Nintendo, fanny packs, and Bill Clinton. I grew up during the Bill Clinton administration. First time I heard about blowjobs was actually on CNN. I was sitting in the family room. My parents were on both sides of me. And once I was old enough to realize what a blowjob was, the only thing I could think was, that's it? Maybe not. So having an attractive girlfriend is pretty tough. I have a girlfriend, she's pretty attractive, that's it. At least a lot of other guys tell me that, and I don't really know how to respond to that. I mean, do I agree with them? Am I supposed to? Anyone? Yeah! I don't. Okay? I hate agreeing with that. Because that just means I'm giving them permission to look all over her and study her body. And, I don't want to do that. So anybody, there are a lot of people in this room that have actually met my dad. It's kind of weird to say, but there are. You know who you are. I figured out my dad was pretty much put on this earth to embarrass his kids. Embarrass me especially. At prom, at junior prom, I was getting pictures taken, and my dad pulls me, some of my guy friends to the side while the girls were getting their pictures taken, and he tells us to be safe, be smart, use a condom. And then the mean face came on, said, "Alright guys, I want any joints you have in your pockets right now." We just laughed, we didn't really know what to do. Little did he know though, we all had joints in our pockets. And we got a good laugh out of that later on. But he's a smart guy, probably wouldn't be on stage right now if it wasn't for him. And I'm not going to leave you all with one of his favorite phrases that he leaves with me. Think with your big head tonight, not your little one. Thank you guys.
Alright, and fine. It's awesome if you say your last name all sexy like. Makes me, you got nice lips.